Dal Delight, written by Subhadra Sengupta. Once upon a time, there lived a boy named Sadiq who worked in a food stall with his dad, Mohammad Qadir. Mohammad Qadir is a rude cook. He lost a lot of customers because of his behavior. But Qadir cooked well and is famous as a cook. One day, a Nawab decided to visit Qadir's food stall. Because his friend said going to Qadir's food stall will be a nice idea because he cooked well. Nawab Hasan Ali loved tasting new dishes. Because his friends insisted, Nawab decided to go to Qadir's food stall. When the Nawab reached Qadir's food stall, his friends shouted, "Nawab Hasan Ali has arrived." Sadiq thought to himself, "This person looks rich, and I also wish that his father would not be rude to the Nawab." The Nawab asked to Qadir, "Which is the best dish you cook here?" Qadir said, "Dal." The Nawab looked confused and said, "Only dal? I thought you would cook something special." Qadir replied rudely, "You asked me what I cook the best." The Nawab was surprised as he never met such a rude cook in his life. The Nawab asked Qadir if he could bring the food to his house, but Qadir replied no, because if he brought the food to his house, the food would become cold. So he asked the Nawab to visit his food stall at afternoon the next day. The Nawab agreed and left. Sadiq thought that his father almost messed up things, but as the Nawab was in a good mood, he did not get angry. The next day, when Sadiq entered the food stall, he saw the dal bubbling in the earthen bowl, and he also saw balls of dough which is ready to be slapped in rotis. Sadiq took a quick taste of the dal. It tasted utterly delicious. Qadir said, "Sadiq, everything is ready. Go call the Nawab." Sadiq knew that the Nawab will love the dal and would surely give him some reward. Sadiq was very excited and nervous at the same time. Sadiq quickly ran towards the streets to the Nawab's house. When he reached, he said, "I've come to call the Nawab. The lunch is ready." The helper said that the Nawab was on the roof, busy flying kites. Sadiq ran towards the roof, panting, and shouted, "Nawab Saab, the dal is ready. Please come." The Nawab asked confused, "Dal? Which dal?" When Sadiq tried to remind him, one of the Nawab's friends shouted, "Nawab, forget about the dal. See, I'm going to cut your kite." "Nawab Saab," Sadiq interrupted, worried about his father's temper. But then the Nawab got irritated because Sadiq was disturbing him and his kite was already in danger. And then his friends shouted, "Can't you see that the Nawab is busy? Go." Sadiq gave up and decided to go. All his dreams were fading away, and he also was nervous about what his father would say, because the Nawab was interested to fly kites more than tasting his dal. When Sadiq was about to reach the food stall, he saw his friend Aman flying kites in the street. And then Sadiq suddenly got an idea. He asked his friend if he could cut the Nawab's kite. Sadiq's plan was to bring the Nawab to the food stall, because if Aman would cut the Nawab's kite, the Nawab will be bored and he will be more interested to eat the dal. Aman agreed when Sadiq asked him to cut the Nawab's kite. Aman was an expert in flying kites. When Aman was about to cut the Nawab's kite, Sadiq immediately ran towards the Nawab's house, hoping that he could bring the Nawab. As Sadiq said, Aman succeeded in cutting the Nawab's kite. "Oh no," Hasan Ali groaned. "Huzur," Sadiq said, "the food is waiting." Hasan Ali agreed to come as his kite was already cut. But Sadiq was still nervous if his father would lose his temper for coming late. When the Nawab and his friends entered the stall, the best room was arranged for them. As Nawab and his friends sat down to eat on the carpet, Qadir brought some dal and served. Sadiq, on the other hand, brought some hot rotis along with raita. Sadiq impatiently waited for the Nawab to take a bite. The Nawab slowly took a piece of the roti and dipped it in the dal and took a bite. "Wow, Qadir, the dal is delicious," said the Nawab. Sadiq was very happy. "You really deserve a reward," said the Nawab. Qadir smiled and said that he wanted a bigger food stall. Then the Nawab gave him a bag full of money to buy a bigger food stall. Sadiq was very happy and decided to say his father about how he tricked the Nawab, and he also knew that his father would give him money to buy candies, and later he and Aman would go to buy some candies.